Hi, welcome to the Pursuit of Truth. Um, so the first thing, obviously I've moved, as you can see from the change of location. And because of, I didn't think it would take long to change the TV and broadband things. I haven't had any news for the past, since Friday. That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's 5 days. And it's interesting how I'm not. When you think about it, all the stuff you see on the news, a lot of it is there to worry you and to make you think the way that they want you to think. And so it's been interesting, not having that. I haven't, been worrying about Brexit or what's happening in the world, and so it just made me wonder: is that a way? Well, I guess it is obviously a way of controlling how we think, and in the sense that most news broadcasts, especially these days, are almost exactly the same no matter where you go, no matter what country you're in. There's certain stories that I'm certain will be on every single news station around on the on every news station. So I mean, that's creating a narration, a story, a picture of our world. And when you don't watch that, all you have, if you turn the news off, is your actual day-to-day existence, and that allows you to concentrate on maybe things that matter, or things that are in your control, rather than worrying about things. And because everyone has a view. Say, oh, let's talk about Brexit. Everyone has a view on it. Everyone will talk about it, but none of us have any power over what's happening other than the referendum that we were initially involved in, and if there's a future one. But we spend hours debating about it, and a lot of people getting angry about it, and in their conversations, even though there's nothing they can do about it. So it is a waste of our time. And so I'm wondering whether a lot of news, I mean, a lot of people, the counter argument would be, well, you don't know what's going on in the world then. How can you be a rounded citizen? Well, yeah, okay, there is that side of it, but do we need 24 hours, 7 days a week? Or do we need the certain stories that, a lot of stuff on the news is statistics, is disingenuous, isn't even accurate, despite their claims that they go through these things. But we all know that's not the case. So that was interesting. The other thing that was interesting was as I was travelling on the train from Croydon to Eastbourne, I noticed on one of, I think it was at Polegate, on one of the hills, it's got, I think it's quite a famous clay drawing. Is it made of clay? I'm not sure what it's made of. In the mountain, it's got a line here and a human figure. And it made me think about, the people that did that. Why did they draw that? What was it meant? It's a huge man. Maybe it ties into those people that believe in giants and the Bible mentioning giants and stuff. Could be that, or maybe it's to do with, I was just trying to think, well, what was it they were doing at that time so long ago? And then I'm thinking about, well, what about us? How people will look back on us about what we were doing. Now, because we generate information, we write it all down, we create history books, we have news media and the news. There's a way of them to look back and understand us. Whereas we can't do that for the past. We have to, there's a lot of assumption in those things and guesswork. But it just made me think about how we justify our actions. For instance, the most obvious one is the Second World War. The amount of British movies, I mean, all British movies, the small amount they are, seem to either be about some stupid thing or some niche market, or it's to do with the Second World War. There's a propagation of that, of being, that was a great thing, and wave your flags and put the bunting up, and even US films will talk of, will glorify war. Some of them won't, like Platoon and things like that. Yeah, there are Oliver Stone, people like that who rail against that kind of thing. But a lot of the war movies, John Wayne or whoever it is, or John Mills, they're all pro-war. And it just made me think about how, you know, in the future they'll probably look at the Second World War and, you know the real reasons for these things and think how petty it was and how stupid it was, just over a bit of land. You know, some of it maybe is justified in the rescuing of people and of their liberty. Yeah, that obviously, but a lot of it probably wasn't to do with those kinds of things. If you actually know about the history of these wars and how they started and what actually happened, and so why are we glorifying them all the time? It just made me think about that aspect of us, that, you know, in our time we glorify our actions, and a lot of them probably aren't worthy of glorification. Anyway, take care, take it easy, God bless, and peace.